Hey guys, it's Monet, and today I'm going to be talking to you about achieving work-life balance inside of the profession of education through the practice of mindfulness. Now, I want to make sure that you truly get everything you need out of this video. And there are two ways you're going to be able to achieve this. The first way is you need to make sure you have something to write with and something to write on. Whether that is your notepad, whether it is your iPad, you better get it, because you're not going to be able to remember everything that I say. The second thing that you need to do is go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because I'm not going to be able to share everything inside of this 10-minute video. You definitely need to subscribe so that as I post the next 4 videos, you will know that they are on YouTube and that they are available to you as a resource. So let's just go ahead, pause the video, grab something to write with, grab something to write on, and go ahead and subscribe to my channel. The next thing that I want to encourage you to do is I want you to join a community that I have created on my Facebook page. It is called Mindfulness and Planning. And the reason why I created this safe space is because I want to join with you. I want to partner with you in this journey. We are most successful when we have people that are in our corner, number one, telling us that we can do it, but also holding us accountable to making changes to habits that maybe we've developed that aren't so healthy. So I want to give us a place to do that. And so I have done that on my Facebook page. So if you go to facebook.com/stepwithmonet and you click community, you will see mindfulness and planning as an option. Definitely join that and don't be shy. We're not going to get anywhere by being shy. So please know that it is a place created with you in mind, and it is for the purpose of building up, not tearing down. So as we jump into today's video, we first have to understand what is mindfulness. Mindfulness is being conscious of your thoughts, words, and actions and knowing how they impact you. Let me say that one more time. Mindfulness is being conscious of your thoughts, words, and actions and how they impact you. There is nothing like going through life on autopilot. And I think that's how a lot of teachers get to that teacher burnout point. In our profession, we have this role of giver, right? And let me explain what I mean by that. As a giver, we give education, we give love, we give positivity, we give our time, we give our energy, we give creativity. So when we think of ourselves as a cup, imagine how many cups inside of that classroom you are repeatedly filling every single day. And that's okay, right? It's great to be a giver and not just a taker. But what we as teachers have to be mindful of is, where am I? How much do I have remaining inside of my cup for my own personal use? What am I doing to restore what I am giving out? Because I don't want to burn out and I don't want to become empty. An exercise that I actually started with my previous class at the very beginning of the year inside of our first class meeting. I had my students write their name or imagine their name inside of a circle. And with this picture in our head or in front of us, we wrote the things on the outside that we felt like we had to do every single day. So I want you right now to write your name on a sheet of paper and circle your name. Then I want you to write the obligations and responsibilities that you feel you have to do every single day. Now, for some of us, you may feel burnout as a mom. You may feel burnout just as a person. This is geared towards teacher burnout, but it can be applied to so many things, okay? So if you want to do one personally, if you want to, and then have one for education, definitely go at it. But it's really to get everything out of here and put it out here. And by doing that, guess what? You've already released a lot of anxiety. Because anxiety attacks us, and to a certain extent, it holds us hostage We become hostage within ourselves, and that just, again, it irritates our cup. It pulls from our cup. There's nothing like being exhausted and not knowing why. So we have to get that out of us. So on that sheet of paper, you have your name, and then you have those responsibilities and obligations that you feel like you have to do inside of that classroom, or you have to do inside of each and every day. For me, I started the journey of mindfulness in 2018, and I didn't draw a circle. I literally drew a stick figure, and that stick figure was me. And on the shoulders of my stick person, I literally drew blocks, because at that point in my life, I just felt so heavy. And I knew that the help could only come from God and myself. Yes, I am a believer, and honestly, in partnering with Him in this and surrendering so much to Him, that helped me with my journey of mindfulness. So if you hear me reference God, or you hear me talk about my spirituality, that's just who I am. And so I had these blocks on top of me, and I said, God, you have to take it, and you have to give me eyes to see, so that I don't put other things back on, because I want to be weightless. And that was powerful. And that is where I started to become more conscious of my thoughts, my words, and my actions, because how many times do we just add things onto us and we become heavier and heavier? How often do we pour from ourselves to our loved ones, to our students, to our administrators, right? And it does not come back to us. So once you have that image, and you can really put a name to what it is that is causing your anxiety, that is causing your burnout, that is giving you that feeling of weightlessness, you're already one step closer to feeling yourself. Why? Because the time that you're putting inside of this exercise, you're actually putting it into yourself. So you're already working on filling your cup. In this series, I am going to talk about 4 components, and that's why there are 4 other videos. We're going to talk about control, boundaries. We're also going to talk about planning. And then the last component is the power of the tongue. What are we saying? And when we say it, what are we hearing? And how is that being computed? And all of it honestly is connected. When you really think about mindfulness, your thoughts, your words, your actions, they're all connected. It starts with a thought. That thought creates an action. And inside of that, I have an emotion. And we know that it is very easy to become driven by emotion. So let me challenge you and ask you to do this. When you feel an emotion, be very careful before getting in the car. Before you say, I agree to this anger, I agree to this sadness, I agree to this feeling of helplessness, really examine that car and say, where are you taking me? Are you taking me to a pointless argument? Are you taking me to a place of hopelessness, depression, and despair? And so all of that comes in mindfulness, and it starts with the mind. So do you see now why I wanted you to grab a sheet of paper and something to write with? Because we have to pick up the practice of reflection. Every single day, I reflect. I think about things that I am truly grateful for. I think about those highlighted moments that brought joy to me. And then I think about those areas where I need growth. And by doing that, in a sense, number one, again, I'm thanking God, right, for everything that He's given me in this day, because I honestly know that it's not just luck, it's not just coincidence. But I'm really just celebrating life, being conscious that I have a life. If you're adulting, we can get on that autopilot train very easily, and we just get into the notion of doing, not really knowing why we're doing. And then it's like, what am I doing? What am I doing today? Why did I do that? And so again, with practicing self-reflection, just focusing on you, not focusing on your children, not focusing on your students, not focusing on your loved ones, really analyzing you. Get into the core of you, falling in love with you. And that is how you are going to make it. So now what I want to do is I want to share the end game. And honestly, I'm really not at the end. This is a lifelong practice. It's 2020. I did walk away from teaching in 2019. And honestly, every single day I thought about the classroom, but I had to take that break. I had to take that break to restore all of the years that I had been stripped. I taught for 5 years before I stopped. And so then once I stopped and I recentered and I continued my practice of mindfulness, now I can enjoy it. And when I taught 2019 to 2020, this year, I did not burn out. It wasn't that cycle of, yay, it's the summer. I can't wait to decorate my classroom. I can't wait to choose books. I can't wait to meet these fresh faces. And then by the time September came or October came, I'm like, oh my God, I need summer again. Why did I sign my contract? This is so hard. I hate what I do. All of those thoughts that tend to rush back to us, or some of us like to call it a reality check. You know, during the summer, you're all giddy and relieved. And then once you finally have 4 to 6 weeks of those students and you experience that burnout, or you feel like you're headed in the direction of burnout, and then you say, man, is this what I really want to do with the rest of my life? So this is the first year where I did not experience that. Did I still have moments of frustration with administration? Absolutely. Did I still have moments where that student was in front of me and I could only say, give me a moment, please have a seat? Yeah, I did. But there wasn't a point where I was burnt out. And so that's what I want to help you all get to. I want to help other teachers get to a point where you are ecstatic about what you do. You are mindful about you and how you feel, what you're giving, and also what are you taking in. Okay, because that's also a part of that self-reflection piece. Being mindful of what has entered me today. Did something occur today that really popped my bubble and just put this feeling of negativity inside of me? I don't like negativity because honestly, negativity takes more energy than positivity, right? And we know this. Okay, you can examine the brain and just see how it responds to words of positivity versus words of negativity. So we scientifically know there's a difference in how we receive it. Being mindful of how much negativity we've allowed to settle is important, because the moment that negativity enters, we need to be conscious enough to push it back out. So I want to challenge you at the end of this video right now to do that activity, whether you have written your name, put a circle around it, and then place your responsibilities and obligations on the outside of it, or whether you're going to go old school like me and create that stick figure and write those blocks on top of your shoulders. But before we can really go any further, guys, we have to know exactly, where are we? Where is my cup? Am I half empty or am I half full? And so I just really want to say thank you for watching. I hope that these words add value to you, and that you really grow into what you need to be successful for 2020. I know there's a lot going on in the world today, and so I just wanted to give you guys a tool that I feel like can help you navigate through many different aspects of life. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Feel free to talk in the comment sections below, to ask questions in the comment sections below. I will be going live on Friday on Facebook regarding the questions and comments that you put at the bottom of this video, and to talk a little bit more about that exercise. So if you couldn't get enough out of this, or you want to have that dialogue with me, I invite you to join me on Friday and to talk with me and to get a little bit more clarity. And each week, yes, each week for the next 4 weeks, I am going to be digging into the practice of mindfulness. Thank you for joining. Have a great day.